All right, welcome. We're live with Tina Davies, and today she's going to be designing some eyebrows. Hi, Tina.
Hello. This is Hang. Hang, say hi.
Hi.
Our lovely model.
Hi.
Hang is a mom, and she wants to keep her eyebrows really natural, so that's what we're going for. Subtle, elegant, sophisticated. What do you think? Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Yeah?
It's perfect.
Okay.
Feel free to lob questions in if you have them, and we'll do our best to answer them as we're doing the procedure.
Okay. So I'm going to start by using my trusty Sharpie pencil here.
Welcome, Melanie. So Tina's using these pencils that she buys off Amazon.com, and we'll post a link to where you can get them after because I know that you all want to know.
Yeah, these are so great because they're waterproof and they draw really nice hair strokes. I always clean them off with alcohol wipe first before I start. Okay, do you have Botox?
No.
Okay, just asking. All right. And I've already cleaned Hang's skin as well. So I draw it on her clean skin.
You're getting lots of hearts.
Okay. Lots of love.
And hello, Shauna. How are you?
That's Shauna from Vancouver.
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice. Just a little. Very good. Hang has a very petite and delicate face, so she can't have super strong eyebrows. I'm gonna back up just a little. How do you feel about that so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could say anything. You could say.
No, I like it. I like
I
the
hate it,
shape.
I
I like
change
the length of it. And I like where the distance from my eyes as well. It looks.
You could turn a little
Yeah.
this way.
And I like that it's
Yeah.
not too arced.
Yeah, it's not too hard.
Yeah.
Let me do the other one.
Okay.
We'll look at it as a set, and
Okay.
we can still make changes.
Okay.
That's okay. All right, let's see.
Let's take the lab over here. If you're just joining us, we're doing a live eyebrow design, and we're open up to any questions. Tina's going to do her best to answer, if possible.
Look at me. Good. I love this part. This is the funnest part of the design. Tang recently just lost some eyebrows over the weekend from a barbecue. So this is good timing.
Yeah.
They got a little, they get singed.
Yes.
You should get your husband doing the barbecuing.
Yes, I know now. From now on, it will be him.
Yeah, the men are in charge of the barbecue. The women are in charge of the kitchen.
At least lighting it, anyways.
He's probably going to make fun of you forever about that. Okay, you're going to look at me right here. Okay. And Luke, you can film us like, basically you would stand where I am here, like this, and look in the mirror this way. This is nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to give this to you.
Okay.
That way you can have a close look.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I like them. I love them.
I think
Mhm,
this
they're
one
really
is
nice.
too long, just a little. Make a little adjustment.
Okay.
This one's a little thicker, and this one's a little thinner. Which do you prefer?
You said this one's a bit thicker and that one's a bit
Yeah.
thinner?
A little.
Oh gosh, I can't even tell. I think I prefer this one.
Yeah?
I think so, yeah. Which,
Let's see. Let me play with it a little.
okay.
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 But now we have the general shape
Mhm.
down. Okay? The general shape. Close your eyes, please. Good. This is a good stage to try. It's like trying on clothes, right? You try a few different things and then you figure out what works best for you. Okay, open eyes. See now this one's a little thicker and bolder. Do you like that? Can you tell?
Yeah, actually.
It looks nice, right? You actually have really big eyes, so you can get away with that.
Okay.
Versus, let's say, skinny sticks. It's very common for Asian girls to have these really skinny eyebrows because they start with nothing and they don't want to make
Yeah.
big slugs, so they have these little sticks, but then they look too weak. Yeah. So if you don't like to wear a lot of makeup and you just have nice eyebrows, that's like your polish.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that looks nice on you.
Yeah, I like it.
Turn a little to the side.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now I'm just going to match the left to the right.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not.
Yeah, that's good. Sorry, Luke, you're in my light. There we go. And you could just film from there. You can't get from there. It's not as good. Yeah, I like that.
How do you get your China marker to such a sharp point? First question. Thank you, Christina. X-Acto knife. I know that answer.
Oh, I like that on you. Looks nice. Okay. Looks pretty, huh?
Yeah.
I like that. How do you feel about the intensity? Too light, too dark, or just about right?
I think it's.
I think it's just
good.
about
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I
Yeah?
think it's good. Yeah.
So if you just go barefaced, no makeup,
This
you
is
don't.
what it would look like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to use a dark brown,
Okay.
and it's going to look like this in your skin.
Okay.
Not black, dark brown.
Yeah. Yeah. Black
Okay.
is too dark.
Okay, so now we start. Come right over here.
Okay.
Okay, you can lay down right here. Get comfy. just gonna wash my hands.
You're getting requests to come to London, Tina.
London, wow.
And Dawn is making us all jealous because she's at the pool in Mexico.
Dawn who?
Messias Ewing.
Get Sarah, because Sarah's eyebrows I want to show people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, while I
You
set
ready,
up.
Sarah?
While I set up.
Here is
Hi.
Sarah.
Sarah's my assistant.
I'm going to zoom in on you a little bit here.
Yeah, for sure.
And how long have these been on for, Sarah?
About a month now.
All right.
They're healing good. Color's good.
The Facebook
Love
people
'em.
like it. Lots of love. So Tina, do you always draw the full brow on when you start?
I always do, yes. Sets the pattern.
Let's
That's
have a
the
look and
tone.
see what she's doing over here. Any secrets that we can't show back here, or is it all good?
It's all good.
Okay.
Should I get my pigments ready? Lots and lots.
Tina's really nice, but from time to time she pushes the cameraman, so apologize if it gets out of frame.
Push the cameraman. That's fun. That's nothing. I was hitting you this morning.
It's an occupational hazard. You get pushed. And Shauna, this is not a new studio. It's the same studio that Tina's had for 8 years.
All right, how you feeling?
Good, excited. I'm excited.
Oh, I'm gonna love this. So guys, typically I do wear a headlamp, but I'm not gonna wear it today because it overexposes the shot and it's too bright. But I do recommend you wear a headlamp, that way you can see every little nook and cranny.
Can you just say a quick little blurb on the numbing that happened before this? The
Oh.
part that people missed?
Yes, actually, Hang arrived about 20 minutes early. First, Sarah put on her numbing cream. That way she can get numb while she's doing her paperwork. I did wipe it off already and then cleansed her skin fully. Then we drew the design. So she's pre-numbed, and as I work, I'll be putting more numbing cream, make sure she's comfortable.
Cool. And what did you use for numbing cream?
5% lidocaine.
5% lidocaine.
I like to use something called Numb Pot Gold because it has a petroleum base and it doesn't evaporate while she's numbing. So it works really good.
Okay.
Okay, show you. I'm going to use this today. It's the Harmony 9 Classic. I'm also going to be using a really new special needle to do a little bit of stippling. So can't wait to show you guys that as well. All right.
And if anybody out there wants to buy a Harmony 9 Classic, they are fully stocked and available as of tomorrow.
Yeah, we've been really trying to keep them in stock. And we're not going to run out for a while, so don't worry about it, guys.
And yes, Deva, we are going to be doing microblading.
I'm always using brand new sterile needles. I want to show you. This is one of the needles I'll be using on you too, Hang. And I just opened the other needle as well, so everything's brand new and sterile. Okay? Okay. All right. I'm gonna get started. How does that feel? How you doing?
Good.
You okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Pompoto. My Portuguese is not on par, so I can't answer your question. And how long does the lidocaine last, Tina? Before the skin starts to feel normal again?
I would say only about 20 minutes, but I'll keep putting on numbing for her the whole time so she'll be comfortable. How you doing, Hang? You okay?
Good, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
It's working.
The drugs are working.
Welcome, Matthew Gagne. So Nikki's asking if you're working over an existing tattoo.
No, actually, she doesn't have any existing.
So if you watch from the beginning, you can actually watch Tina do the entire design. And we're on to the application portion now.
This quick pigment is quite thin, so there's still a lot on her skin. I just re-dip back into what's on her skin.
Thank you, Sandy.
Turn just a little here. Good.
Somebody's asking about marketing microblading treatments, and I think the best way to do that is by having happy clients that tell their friends. But maybe Tina has some ideas.
Marketing. The best marketing is going to be happy clients. So treat your clients like gold. And that's the best way. Every woman has like 3 friends. And if she's happy, she'll tell her friends. Walking advertisement.
The China pencil, we'll put a link on this Facebook post afterwards to Amazon where Tina buys them.
Yeah, really easy. It's called Sharpie Grease Pencil. They're the best. They don't crumble. They're so easy to sharpen, and they're not too soft and they're not too hard. They're perfect. Okay, so I made my first pass. Now I'm going to use Ultra Duration and spread it across her skin. Rubbing the color in at the same time. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I just use the back of the tool, just rub it right in.
And here's another question. Is it okay to blade over the pencil? And is there any complications from healing as a result of that?
Never seen it. 16 years. It's a good question though. Turn a little. Plus I clean the pencil every single time that I use it. You could even just throw it away and just use a new pencil for every client. You can do that. Give it to them. They can take it home. How's that? Feels okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
I always work with a really firm 3-point stretch. When you look here, you'll see there's no movement in the skin. And it's hard because the pigment can get everywhere, right? So you have to be very careful where you place your fingers so you don't make a mess as you're working.
And which pigment are you using today, Tina?
Ever After. Turn a little.
Mahmood, welcome.
Hello. Turn a little.
So Tina, you're going to do a second pass, right?
Yep. I'm just laying down my foundation strokes. I work really clean. I try not to disturb the pattern while I make my foundation strokes. And that's really hard because you have to work slow. You have to be very controlled with your pigment.
So Cherry Nerona Francis just joined in. You did it for her procedure for her 10 years ago.
Spa Medica, Toronto, before kids. The good old, the good days. They're all good. I used to work out of this doctor's spa, medical spa. I literally did 100 procedures there for free. Earlier someone asked me about marketing tips.
10 years ago, Tina was only 15 at the time.
I mean, people ask marketing, you know what? You gotta work. You gotta just keep busy. People now, they want to take a class, start making money right away, they're too impatient. You know, they've got to really earn their stripes. And at that time, I was probably 5 years in the business, and I did everybody in that spa. I must have done 100 procedures for free. And I mean, that's what you do. Think long term, not short term. So Sherry, yeah. I remember her. And all the girls, we had a great time. Okay, so now I'm going to wipe. I do this kind of wipe, not like this, because that's going to be messy. I do a wiggle wipe. So I wiggle, and I wipe.
Tina, has anyone had an allergic reaction to pigment?
I've had one girl allergic. One girl. And she actually had existing permanent makeup. After I did her eyebrows, she had a flare-up.
So you're not sure which pigment it was then?
Well, we investigated it, and then we found out what was the original pigment that she used. And it was this line that had reports of issues. So we figured out what it was. But literally, the old pigment got disturbed, the wound got reopened, and there was a reaction. Okay. So that's the first pass.
And was that just regular cotton, or was there anything on there, Tina?
Oh, I use green soap.
Green soap.
Yeah, green soap. Body tattoo artists use it all the time. Find it at Tattoo Supply. But it's very good. I find it very effective. I don't like to use baby wipes. Oh my goodness, my pigment is spilling.
I hope you can see.
Okay, let me fix this. I don't want to make a mess. There's a little bit on her headband. Good thing she's wearing the headband.
Okay, if you're just joining, Tina's completed her first pass, and we're moving on to the second pass now.
Okay. You see the sweet spot, guys? Let me know if you can see it. See these little channels? Wipe it so you can see it. That's when you know you're in the right level of the skin. You could see a little channel. Can you see that, Luke? Can you film it?
Yep, we
Yeah.
sure can.
Okay. There you go. How you doing, Hang?
Good.
Yeah, okay.
And is it the same pressure for all the strokes, Tina?
It should be, but when you get to the tail, you've got to lighten the pressure. Your pressure needs to be consistent according to the thickness of the skin.
Genesee Tyler sees the sweet spot, so I think we're in good shape. And Tina, any comments on the skin type that you're working on today?
Hang has really healthy, firm skin. It's not too thin, it's not too thick, and I call this skin type apple. Like an apple skin. Thicker than that, especially when it's has big pores, I call that orange. Look at my working window. I work in a very small working window. And I stretch that skin so then it's completely flat. That way her strokes will be clean. Turn a little. She has no bleeding. Tiny pinpoint. A little. Very good. Let me clean it. Oh, looks nice. Alright guys, I'm going to show you something next. You're going to like this. Okay, so basically this eyebrow is done. But I'm going to do a little stippling. I'm going to come out with this needle soon. Can you guys see it?
Let's get a close-up of this. What do we got here? So how many needles, Tina?
19.
19 in the configuration?
It's like round, but it's at an angle.
Cool.
I'll put some color in between.
Same stretch for this, Tina?
Same stretch always. Firm stretch. Let's see how her skin's taking it. Oh yeah, it's just a little stipple. Can you guys see that? It's almost a shadow in between. But it's too light. I can just tell that it's not going to be there. So, a little bit more. I want to check my pressure and check her skin against my pressure. Three-point stretch, layer, little layering.
So it'll be several months, Philippa, before this new needle would be available.
Just use it like you would use your paintbrush. Decorate it little by little.
A mood left and Nada joined us. They like tag teamed. One left and one joined.
Oh, nice. My Belgian friends.
So are you stippling down, Tina, or forward? What's your motion? I'll try to back up a bit too so
Yeah.
people can see better.
The movement is like this.
Right, so forward.
Yes. It's like soft tap. I literally did soft tap for 5 years when I first started my career, so I'm very familiar with that.
And is this something that has to happen after the original strokes?
I think so, because it's shading in between, and it's only for me. I only like to do it in like the midsection. I'm doing it kind of slow here so you guys can see, but you just build it. That way I can keep concentrated definition in the mid body, but keep the edges loose with the microblading hair strokes.
And is there any issue with the original strokes blurring?
Well, the whole point of it is to look a bit concentrated in the center. So the thing is, with microblading, if you do spread out hair strokes, it heals too weak. You have to build some concentration in the midsection of the brow.
And what about colors? Do you use the same color?
This is the same color. Exactly the same color. You could use a lighter color. It's just whatever your art calls for.
So Christy, Tina's doing stippling right now. She's already completed the eyebrow with microblading, and she's doing some shading right now with a new needle. A new demo needle. And what can you say about pressure for the stippling, Tina? The same as you would with soft tap?
Yes. Yes.
Are you aiming for that sweet spot as well?
Yes, absolutely. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want it to look like mud or very dense. So if you look, you can see the edges are loose from the microblading hair strokes, and the center is speckled or stippled. I can always add more. When she comes back for a follow-up in about 2 months, I could build onto that, but I don't want to overdo it. Okay, let me decorate a little bit more here. How you doing, Hang? Good.
Hello, Mary. Welcome.
Mary Richardson?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mary. Mary is my idol. When I grow up, I want to be like Mary. She has just guided me in so many great ways, as well as so many artists. She's so ethical and professional. Just look up to her. And her daughter Morgan is going to be doing permanent makeup as well. So can you imagine her career? Oh my gosh.
Mary's chirping you right now. She says you love to hate her.
Every time I see an eyebrow from her, I'm just like, oh, I can never catch her. Okay.
So yes, Nadina, when the stippling needle comes out, it will be a complete disposable, just like the other Harmonies.
Yep. I wanted to show it to you guys today, though, because I was so excited. You know, a lot of you guys like to do shading, and, you know, people have different skin types, so you need to have, you know, different methods. So there's room for the right method anywhere. Okay. So I'm just working on the hair strokes there at that top edge. Can you guys see? Okay. Because I want to keep that loose look there. Let's come right here. Reinforce this stroke right here. Reinforce this stroke right here.
I have tried Nada. I don't have any customers willing to give me a shot yet, though.
What, you
She
do
wants to know
permanent
if I've
makeup?
tried any microblading. You know, if my mood wants a touch-up or anything, I'm his man. I can help him out. Hello, Sandra. How are ya?
Okay, so I think that one's maybe finished. At the end, I balance the two and make sure it looks good. But that's microblading and stippling combined. How you doing so far?
Good.
Yeah?
Good,
Okay.
yeah.
Does it look good? Mm-hmm. Okay, I've been staring at it so long, I start to like lose my perspective.
Stippling.
Do you want to continue, Tina, on the other one?
Yeah, we'll take a break and then I can focus on getting her fully finished, and then we'll come back and people could see the end. How's that?
Thanks for joining, everyone. We're going to take a small break and get back live in a second.